Would you enjoy cooking a meal for a large number of people?
Have you ever sat down in a speaking exam and suddenly gone blank? You knew the words, but nothing came out. In this video, we're going to talk about what's actually happening and how to handle it. So, freezing often isn't a language problem, it's a nervous system response. In a high pressure moment, such as a Cambridge English speaking exam, your brain might just go completely blank. Your nervous system might go into freeze mode. And when the nervous system goes into a freezing mode, it shuts off our access to language. The brain doesn't have the ability to formulate sentences, to think very well, because in that moment, the brain, the nervous system, is seeing the exam as a huge threat. So we go into what is called survival mode. Now, in this video, I want to look at two ways of handling this freeze response in the exam. One way will be regulation tips, things that you can do for your nervous system, and another way will be language tips. So that's actual strategy for dealing with the exam, what to say in that moment when you're freezing. Now, in the Cambridge exam, they can ask you any question possible, like the one I showed you at the beginning. Would you enjoy cooking a meal for a large number of people? I don't know about you, but it's not very often people ask me questions like that in my day to day. So if I was in the exam situation and faced with that question, I probably wouldn't know what to say either. And I'm a native English speaker. So it's not always about your ability to speak English. It's about your ability to handle the exam, to stay calm in the exam, and know what to say in the exam. So let's take a look at the inner tools that you can do to reduce freezing, to reduce that pressure on your nervous system. When you get into that exam room, I want you to feel your body against the chair, feel the weight of your body against the chair. That exam room is going to be a really new environment for your nervous system. You're going to already be feeling on edge because it's high stakes when you're doing a speaking exam. So as you sit down in that chair, feel yourself in the chair and have a little look around. Just notice where you are. If it's available to you, feel your feet flat on the ground and just come into the moment. This will really help your nervous system calm down and ground into the present moment rather than freaking out because there's going to be so much going on that day. So if you can breathe into your belly, feel your body on the seat, feel your feet on the ground. You can really anchor yourself into the present moment and handle whatever ever the exam has to throw at you. Another thing that you can do is simulate pressure to get your nervous system used to what it feels like to being in an exam situation. So you can practice speaking with a timer, you can practice recording yourself on video, you can practice with a friend, or you can practice with someone like me, a teacher who knows the Cambridge exam and who knows what the examiners are looking for. By doing this, you can get used to that exam brain feeling in a safe space. And another thing I really want you to remember is be kind to yourself, be kind to the freeze. Don't beat yourself up. Your brain, your nervous system, all it's trying to do in that moment is protect you. But with the right preparation, with the right tools, you can train your brain, you can train your nervous system to feel safe in that exam situation. Now, the next thing I want to look at are actual speaking strategies that you can employ in the moment to help you handle that exam pressure. The first thing you're going to need up your sleeve are some fillers. Fillers are small, simple phrases that help you buy time. So imagine you're in that exam room and they've asked you that question. Would you enjoy cooking a meal for a large number of people? You can use a filler here, such as, oh, that's an interesting question. Or let me think for a second. Or, oh, I hadn't thought about that before. These fillers give your brain space to catch up And on top of that, examiners really like them. And it sounds much better than being faced with a question and you, um, mm, oh, if you can instead have these sentences ready to go. Oh, that's an interesting question. Give me a moment to think about that. It sounds much better than the umming and ahhing. Another thing that you can do is have a default start sentence, one that you go straight to whenever you need it. So that could be something like, one thing that comes to mind is, or I guess I'd say. And the final thing I want you to remember, or I want you to practice, is recovering mid-sentence. So even if you start speaking and you go blank halfway through, just pause and restart. It may feel like that is not what the examiner wants. It may feel like that is wrong, but in actual fact, that shows confidence. So if you start speaking and you get a bit lost, you're not sure what to say, you can, okay, let me start again, and then go ahead and answer the question. So let's imagine the examiner has asked us, would you like to cook a meal for a large number of people? And immediately your brain panics. No one's ever asked you that question before. What are you going to say? You're going to pause for a moment and you're going to respond, that's an interesting question. Let me think for a second. Actually, no, I wouldn't like cooking a meal for a large number of people because to me, that would feel like a lot of pressure. I would prefer to cook a meal for a close friend and enjoy the company of just one person rather than a big group of people and have all of that pressure to cook so many things for so many people. Something like this. So, tools that are going to help you reduce freezing, grounding yourself into your seat, practicing under pressure, being kind to yourself, and also having those actual speaking strategies to help you, using those fillers, having that default sentence to start with, and also remembering that it's okay to restart and it's okay to make mistakes. The examiners are not looking for absolute perfection. So, thank you for watching. I'm Jen. I've been teaching the Cambridge English exam for 6 years now. And if you want more help getting ready for the exam, I've created a full mock C1 exam that you can try at home, which includes a full reading and use of English exam with my personal tips for every single question. And you'll also get the option to upgrade for feedback on your speaking exam and on your writing skills, and as well as a bonus listening test thrown in there as well. All of this will help you feel more prepared and less alone when preparing for the Cambridge English exam. So if you're ready to pass your exam with confidence, with ease, and feel calm doing so, then keep watching my videos, try that freebie, and get in touch. Let's see how I can help you pass Cambridge with confidence.